So, we got some stuff going on today. I had this idea. There are a lot of people who've been watching me recently who don't know me super well. So I figured the best way for you guys to get to know me is by me taking a personality test. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take two. We have two personality tests we gotta take. So the first test, a lot of you guys might know it. It's the Myers Briggs test. Myers Briggs personality test. If you don't know it, it's the 16 personalities test. Here are all the different ones. There's INTJ, INTP. Each of these letters are associated with a different thing. So you'll see I and E, that's introvert, extrovert, but like that's kind of the idea. It's like each of these letters means a different thing. Okay, so let's get started. Make friends easily. I would say I do. I'd say that generally I can tell pretty quickly if I like someone or not. I generally am not disliked by many people, I'd imagine, but I'd say that that's generally a skill set that I have, is that people do tend to take kindly to me pretty quickly. I usually can tell if I'm like good friends with someone immediately off the bat. Example like Hickory, I very quickly made friends with him. So I'd say I'd make friends pretty easily. I agree strongly. What it means to lead a good life is a question that you return to again and again. I do ask that. I do, because I think about if what I'm doing and what my goals are like going to be fulfilling, or if it's just something that I want to do. So I'd say I somewhat agree with that. Seeing other people cry, yeah. If someone else is crying and I'm emotionally attached to that person, I'll start crying immediately. Or like I'll have the feeling to want to cry. Even like people I don't know super well or have no like emotional attachment to. Like if someone's just like really upset, it makes me sad. You always do your best to prepare for potential obstacles in advance. Not really. Sometimes I do. Certainly, like when it comes to like relationships with people, yeah, I do sometimes. But like I'm very go with the flow. I didn't even know I was doing this personality test on stream today until an hour ago. I have a list of like, I have a bunch of sticky notes next to me of different content ideas, and I just like looked at the wall and was just like, okay, that's what I'm doing. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I agree. You look at ruse mode. The definition of ruse mode is staying calm under pressure. I'm going to show you a clip right now. Here's a little example of ruse staying calm under pressure. I go into the beginning of the round. I say, I'm going to go into ruse mode. We're going on to site. They take up 4 people on site. They revive one, right? So it's a 2v5.
I thought you were gonna hold that.
I peek out, get this pick, first kill. The killjoy, which is, we will see, danger, dies from under heaven. You know what Ruse does? Ruse says, I'm gonna go Ruse mode.
Oh, on the left, goddammit.
1, 2, 3.
What the
So
fuck?
calm. So calm under pressure. Bam. Ace clutch, Ruse mode activated. At social events, you rarely try to meet new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Yes, I do that. Now, if I'm introduced to someone, I will talk to them, and I'm able to talk to them. But I am very uncomfortable going up to new people. In Discord, I'll do it. I'll go talk to people. But at real life places, I'm not too good with my words. I feel I'm getting better at it. I don't know, though, if that's because I am inherently introverted, or if it's just because I am nervous that I'm gonna embarrass myself. Concrete facts and details, not theories and ideas, are what you stick to. Oh God, no. Okay, here's the thing. You know, like that classic Ben Shapiro tweet, or like the Ben Shapiro meme, facts don't care about your feelings? I think that's bullshit. That's a load of baloney. I think that, and this isn't fully like to go with it, like this doesn't fully like go hand in hand with this, but like I think I'm very much more of a feeling person than a fact person. That's just who I am. I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm not logical, but I definitely am more based off of like feeling and emotion. I'm very sentimental, yes. One of my favorite songs is In a Sentimental Mood by Duke Ellington. There are usually certain specific ways you like to do things, yes. I'm very habitual. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and not. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna tell a little story off of this. So 5 minutes before I went live, I went to go turn on my lights, because if I turn off my lights, Look at this. Look how bad my room looks with my lights off. Look how bad that looks. That looks depressing, right? I have to have these lights on or else my room is depressing. And the only way I can turn them on and off is with this remote. I went to go live. I open up OBS. I open up my stream manager. Have everything ready. And I go look for this and I can't find it. I was looking for this for 20 minutes and I couldn't go live. Eventually, I found out that if I turn this off and then unplug it from its plug and then plug it back in, it generally turns back on. It didn't right there, but it usually turns back on. So I got all my lights on, but I still couldn't find the remote, which I don't need the remote to go live. I just need the remotes to turn the lights on. Losing my remote fucked me up so bad that I didn't want to go live until I found it. I literally looked for 30 minutes, 20 minutes to go find this remote, even though I already had my lights on. Because I knew that if I went live without finding this, I wouldn't be able to stream without stressing out that I wouldn't be able to find this. Discussing various interpretation and analysis of work of art is not really, no, not at all. Dude, I could talk about Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly for like 30 years. I could talk about Mac Miller's Circles album for like 40 years. I could talk about the colors that they used in the dang music video from Mac Miller. I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna like show the video, but I'm not gonna play the audio. I could talk about the various things that they do in this music video for hours and the decisions that they made. I love talking about that kind of shit. You're more inclined to follow your heart than your head. Yes. Have you ever seen Ruse Mode? That's literally another factor of Ruse Mode. Even when you plan particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel at any given moment. Yes. The other day, this was Wednesday. I went to the gym. So I woke up for work. My boss said, you don't have to go to work. I'd planned on going to work that day, and I said, I'm gonna go to the gym after I go to work. My boss said, we don't need to go to work. You can just stay home today, right? Like, we have the day off. It's like, okay. So I stayed up. It was like 6 in the morning, and I went to the gym. I got back from the gym. I was like, okay, today's my day off streaming. I'm just gonna play Valorant all day. Like, Valorant all day just sounded fun to me. I play like 2 games of Valorant, and then I go, you know what? I'm gonna go live, and just decided to go live. And I didn't end up having like a great stream, which like is indicative of the fact that I wasn't planning on it. So I need to get better at that. Even when you plan a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at the given moment. Yes. You rarely worry about whether you made a good impression. Nope. The first time I was in Stan's Cord, I joined, asked for some help on a video that I was editing. And I think it was Cobalt, Danger, Tempest, and 2 other people that I don't remember who they were off the top of my head. It might have been like Tia and Juice. It might have been. I'm not sure. But I joined, was talking for a little bit, talking about Smash. And left. And the entire night, I was like, I shouldn't have joined Stan's Cord. Everybody thought it was probably cringe, even though it wasn't the case. You enjoy participating in group activities, depending on who I'm with. If I'm with people I know, yes. If I'm with people I don't know, no. I don't like, and this is another thing, like, when I'm with strangers, I don't like being good at things. I don't know. Like, I don't like showing off if I'm, like, with strangers. If I'm with, like, my friends, like, I'll like, do, like, the Ruse Mode bit and stuff. But, like, if I'm doing group activities, if we're, like, playing kickball at school, like, when in, like, gym class or whatever, I would intentionally, like, make myself not play as well because I, like, didn't want to seem like I was a kid who was, like, trying to, like, try hard in gym class. And, like, it would, like, inhibit my fun of being able to play kickball because I would intentionally be bad. If not everybody is taking something seriously, it's hard for me to take it seriously as well, because I don't want to make people feel weird. You like books and movies that make you figure out what they're really about? Kinda. I like watching movies that are, like, hard to figure out and then looking up video essays about them to tell me how to feel about them. I like being told what to feel. It's easier. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another? Yes, for sure. Like if I'm playing Minecraft, I can't go from project to project. I have to. I'm a very one-tracked mind. You're prone to worrying about things that will take a turn for the worse. Yes. Yes. I am horrified of being mean to someone because I'm worried that will backlash. Like it'll make them feel bad. And then because they feel bad, they're going to retaliate and do mean things to me in return. But like that's not the only reason I'm not mean to people, because I also don't like being mean to people. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. No, I like to be in the leadership position. Part of it is because when I was a kid, I used to always hear like, oh, you need to be a good leader and like that kind of stuff. And like, that's what like people respect. And I was like, oh, I want people to respect me. So I wanted to like force myself to be a good leader. And then I think that kind of turned into me wanting to be a leader. You were definitely an artistic type of person. Yes. That's pretty simple. I've always been like that. Everybody in my family's super like mathematical and I'm not. I'm more like artsy and stuff. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? Maybe. Yes, because I think people get swayed too much by negative emotion, and are irrational because of that. But I think that too many people are like, facts don't care about your feelings. I think people should focus on being not a dick. I think it's more important to be not a bad person to other people and not make people's days worse than it is to be right. You're hearing different perspectives. You like hearing different perspectives on social or political issues? Yes, but I also like being told what to thought. That's why I like going to HassanPiker.twitch.com because he tells me what to think. Not actually. I just like hearing different. I do like hearing different perspectives. But I also don't like listening to people who I think are stupid. It frustrates me. Like it really frustrates me. Actually, no. I'm gonna turn that down. I like hearing debate, but I also really hate listening to people who don't know what they're talking about or who are just very wrong. You'd rather work with a competent person than a nice one. No. I know many competent people in Stance Court who I very much dislike. For Valorant. I'm using Valorant for an example. Who are very good at the video game that I very much dislike because they're not nice people. And there are people in Stance Court who are I'm not going to, but there are people in Stance Court who aren't the best at the video game of Valorant, but are very nice people, and I would much rather play with them. You often end up doing things at the least possible moment. Yes, I prepared for stream 15 minutes before stream. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yes, I cry a lot. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You usually prefer to be around others than on your own. Yes, depending on if I'm depressed or not. If I'm feeling depressed, I want to be around my friends. But if I'm not depressed at all, I just like being not around people, which is weird. I feel like it would be the opposite. But yeah, you like to have a to-do list for each day? No, but I like to have things that I know I'm gonna do. It's hard for me to write stuff down. I find though when I do write stuff down, it makes my life so much easier. I just choose to not. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. I feel insecure at the dumbest shit. I'm like keeping it a buck. I feel really insecure a lot. But like I also think I'm the shit. It's weird. Like there's certain things that I'm like, wow, I'm the shit and y'all are about to smell it. And then there are also things where I like just get really sad about. Yes, I spent all of quarantine by myself and it was the best week of my life. I got COVID in November, like before Thanksgiving, and I had to spend 10 days in quarantine because I was waiting on a test result. Like I was waiting on a negative test result, and I had to spend 10 days alone in my room, and it was the best 10 days of my life. I swear it was the best 10 days of my life. You spend time and effort trying to understand views and positions that are very different from your own. No, because I'm always right. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. No, not really. It's kind of 50-50. It really depends. Like honestly, there are days where I would just like show up at my friend's house type thing. We would always like plan hanging out like 30 minutes before. You take great care to not make people feel foolish when you're explaining something. Honestly, as much as I try to be nice to people, if I find myself getting really annoyed, and I find myself mansplaining a lot, and I try not to do it because it's toxic, but I do find myself mansplaining a lot, and I need to get better at it. I also like trying to teach people stuff. I'm not very good at it though. So like sometimes I accidentally just make people, I don't like call people dumb directly or whatever, but like I do sometimes just like fuck it up. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. That's what streaming is. You often feel overwhelmed. Yes, I was overwhelmed today while playing Valor. You're drawn to places with busy, busting atmospheres. Weirdly, yes, but not because I want to interact with people, but because I like to just kind of like melt into like a giant atmosphere of people. I don't get stressed out in crowds. I'd say in terms of like whether or not I'm an introvert or extrovert, I'd say I'm always like in between. I'm always like 50-50. Like whenever I've taken an introvert extrovert test, I've always like gone directly in the middle. Like there's certain things I need to do, certain things I can't do on both sides. Because introvert extrovert's very malleable, I think, at least for me. You prefer art that has a clear message or meaning rather than art that is vague? No, because vague shit's pretty. You struggle with deadlines? Yes. You feel confident that things will work out for you? Yes, 100%. I know I will be a big famous streamer one day. See results. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see what I'm saying? 57-43, very in between. INFP, the mediator. Oh, let's see what my strengths and weaknesses are, but let's only read my strengths because that's all I care about. I'm thoughtful, generous, open-minded, creative, passionate, loyal to their values. Oh, that's so good. Overly idealistic. That's a strength. Self-critical. That's a strength. Impractical. Fair. Emotionally driven. That's a strength. What do you mean? What do you mean emotional? I'm emotionally driven. I'm happy that I'm emotionally driven. I'd hate to be logically driven. That would suck. That's depressing. Conflict adverse. Yes, I don't want people to dislike me. Difficult to get to know. No, I feel like I'm very open. I'm very open. That's cap. I'm very open. This is all lame. Friendships, let's see. The best of friends, right? Friends for life. Yes, my best friend I've been friends with since I was 5 years old. Ooh, career paths. Many mediators, INFPs, long for a career that doesn't just take care of the bills, but also feels fulfilling. Yes. They want to spend their days doing something they genuinely love, preferably without too much stress or drama. Yes. For these personalities, an ideal professional should be a calling, not just a job. Tell me what I'm good. Tell me what I'm good at. Mediators dream of becoming writers. Yes. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to write books. I like stories. Therapy, physical rehabilitation, counseling, social work, psychology, even evidence warning. Tell me I'm going to be a famous streamer. That's all I wanted to tell me. I just wanted to tell me I'll be a famous streamer. That's all I wanted to say. Famous INFPs. Princess Diana, yikes. John Lennon, Kurt Cobain. Shakespeare, oh, you boys kicking with the big leagues. I'm a big shot. Oh, I need more things to fuel my throbbing ego. Epic list of most famous ENFPs. That's just not a good list. That is just not a good list to be related to. Not at all. George Carlin, Bill Cosby, and Ellen DeGeneres. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Let's take the next one. Have you guys ever heard of an Enneagram type? The Enneagram of personality, or simply the Enneagram, is a model of the human psyche which is principally understood and taught as a typology of 9 interconnected personality types, right? So each one is, there is a number associated with a different personality type, right? So number 9 is the peacemaker, number 1 is the reformer, number 2 is the helper, number 3 is achiever, individualist is number 4, number 5 is investigator, number 6 is loyalist, number 7 is enthusiast, number 8 is challenger, right? I'd say that I am most likely either a 9 or a 4. Those are or a 7. 9, 7, or 4 are likely what I will get. Most likely I will get a 9 on this. I've taken it a few times. I've gotten different results every time. Those are the ones I resonate with the most. Okay, I strive for perfection. Yes, I don't like being not perfect. I'm not like super adamant about it though. I work hard to be helpful to others. Yes, I don't like when people dislike me. It's important to me that people like me. Yes, I don't like when people dislike me. It's important to me to achieve great things. Yes, I want to be a big streamer, man. I'm afraid to tell someone when I think they are wrong. Yes, very much. Because it would make them feel sad. Because when someone tells me I'm wrong, it makes me feel sad. And I don't like being sad, right? So I don't want to tell someone else they're wrong because I know it would make me sad. And I don't want to, I would worry that it would make them feel as sad as it would make me feel. I always felt different from other people, yes. Yeah, I do. I feel different from other people. Like, I don't, not in like a way where I'm like, oh, I'm so edgy and quirky and random, but more like, I know intuitively that like my brain is not the same as other people. And I think that other people have a thought process that is more efficient than mine, but I like my thought process. I'm good at seeing the bright side of things when others complain. I hate when people complain so much, which is me complaining right now. But I hate when people complain because it's like there's so much great things to look at and enjoy. And it's like, why complain that there's run and gun in Valorant when it's such a great game other than that? You know? Why complain about how bad the maps are in Valorant when you still play the game? You're still playing it. Why would you complain? I get that it's like it helps you like kind of get through, work through your shit. But like it's so unnecessary. I don't like when people complain. It makes me sad because it's like, oh, why are you so negative? I don't hesitate to call people out when they're behaving badly. I'm starting to get better at this. I used to be really, really, really bad at this. But like at this point, I'm just like, hey, don't be like a piece of shit. I make plans for many years into the future. Yes, but not in the sense that I will do specific things, but more like I have big goals that I know I'm going to achieve. I'm an unusually unique person. I think I'm pretty unique. Sometimes in a bad way. I let other people take the lead. Yes. No. I dislike other people. I dislike people who disrupt things by breaking the rules. Yes. I make alliances with people who can help me stay safe and secure. Kinda. I like making friends. I'm often looking ahead towards what is coming next. Yes. I have different interests than most people. Yes, very much so. A lot of my goals are motivated by certain things that most people aren't motivated by. Trying new things keeps life interesting. Yes. I'm an upbeat person, yes. Usually one to make a stand when others won't. In 50-50. Other people have stronger opinions than I do, yes. I'm an average person with ordinary likes and dislikes. No. I don't like pickles. A lot of people like pickles. I try new ways of doing things just to see if they will work. Yes. I have a great deal of willpower. Self-improvement is a major interest of mine. Yes. Get right results. Your Enneagram scores. Apparently I'm a 7. Apparently I'm a type 7. Yeah, I've usually gotten 4 or 9. Which is interesting because you see 4 and then 9 I have a 96% or 68% match, which is weird. Famous 7s. I'm pretty sure Ludwig's a 7. Strengths, imaginative, pitfalls, self-absorbed. I'm not self-absorbed. Shut up. Shut up. I'm better than you. Impulsive, yes. Unfocused, yes. Rebellious, pain avoidant, yeah. I want to see what the famous people are. I see Elton John, Lil Nas X. Look at that. INFP, yeah. Lil Nas X is an ENFP. So we're similar. We're similar like that. Stephen Colbert's an INFP and a 7. Interesting. Lil Nas X, that's cool. I like Lil Nas X. He's one of my favorites. Wait, I'm pretty sure Ludwig is a type 7. Ludwig Enneagram. Ludwig Ogren. Forgot. The personality database. Yeah, he's a 7-wing 8. ENTP though. Wait. Ludwig is a type 7. Just like Ludwig, I am a type 7. One of the fastest growing streamers on Twitch. Maybe this proves that I am meant to be a famous streamer. Mayhaps. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right, I'm done streaming. Goodbye.
Joe Poop. Joe Poop. Joe. Poop. Joe Poop.